today's video, I want to talk to you about a service called Krea. What Krea is it's a very creative and robust tool that allows any user to imagine infinite possibilities. It does have a few other options as well, such as an upscaling and an enhancement feature, which I will showcase later on in the video. But it's currently in open beta. It's free to sign up, and as soon as you sign in, you'll be led here to the main dashboard. The main dashboard has a few key areas that you can work with. One of them is real-time generation, which allows you to create and generate an image in real time. As I mentioned earlier, you have the upscaler and the enhancer, which I'll show you later. You also have the ability to go into different apps. So for example, you have the AI patterns where you can take an image, you can select a pattern and use a prompt to go along with it, and then you can create very, very artistic images. And then you also have a logo maker where you can take your logo, morph it into a completely new picture, and really have it stand out as part of a scene or as part of a larger picture that you might want to use for maybe a marketing campaign or maybe for your social media website. And then the animated section is something that's going to be coming back soon, and I can also showcase that in another video. Krea allows you to connect with services like Photoshop if you wanted to actually bring projects in, and if you have your own AI training data, you can also bring that in as well, although that feature is not available yet. But let's look at the real-time generation. So in real-time generation, it starts you off with this particular canvas. What you have on the left is you have a series of shapes, and then on the right you have a picture that is evolving based on those shapes. So for example, if I was to click into this and I was to actually move this shape over, the picture will auto-update and to make it more specific to what it is that you're looking to convert to. You also have the ability in the bottom here, you can generate a random prompt, or you can type in your own prompt, and you can see here the one is that's currently on screen is a pink frog on top of a blue mushroom. But on the right-hand side, you also have the AI strength. And so if you were to lower this, and I lower it all the way to the bottom, it's going to be an exact duplication of that image. But the more that you increase it, the more that Krea begins to morph and begins to actually shape into the image that you want. And if I move it all the way to the top, you'll see that it's really, really lifelike, and it creates the image that it thinks that you should be actually doing. On the left-hand side, you have the ability to screen share, or if you have something that you want to actually move into the Krea platform, you can certainly do that. And then also you have the camera option. And so what it'll do is it can actually film me real time, and I'll demonstrate what that looks like a little bit later. And then after the camera settings, you have what is sort of a mini slider here. So if you wanted to change the color of the actual image, you could do that. And if you wanted to just pick from a pre-selected series of colors and change some of the shades and some of the coloring, you can do that as well. And then if you wanted to change the transparency, this is something that could be done too when it comes to your shapes. You can also just add in shapes. So for example, if I wanted to add in a triangle, and what I'll do is I'll add that here. You'll see now that Krea will interpret that the shape in the top left corner is actually a mushroom that is coming out of this very elaborate sort of leaf and flower. And you can also draw freehand with a paintbrush too. So if I was to maybe draw a line all the way down, it would then interpret this as being another frog. And you can see a little bit here it's distorted, but you could also just come in and really change the prompt here. And so if we keep these shapes and these paintings the same, but we regenerate the image, now it's interpreting it as something that's completely different. A little cottage here with some moss and some grass, and it's interpreting this line as a tree. And there are infinite customizations, and there's infinite possibilities. And then the other piece here, which is the canvas background. So even if you wanted to change the background of this image, you could do so with the color, and then that would of course change the way that the image looks as well. If you wanted to just use a stock photo, so let's say I wanted to go with a desert theme and keep the existing shapes and whatnot, you can go with different textures. So if we wanted to go for this painting one here, and then also illustrations. So I'll just grab one of these ones here, and it begins to interpret based on what inputs you provided. Now, let's say I really like this image and I wanted to continue to work on it. What I could do is I could just simply pull it to the left. It'll be completely replaced, and now I can actually work off of this image and further enhance it. So if I wanted to add additional shapes, maybe I'll add a square here. It continues to morph as well. So these are very simple examples. If you're somebody who is a creative designer, or you're a graphic designer and you work a lot with different illustrative tools, this is certainly something that can be useful to you and potentially cut down on your workflow. Next, I want to show you what is the Upscale and Enhance feature. And at the bottom here, you have some examples to work with that you can import. And you start with a sliding scale. So you can see based on this image, the stock image that's included with Krea, you can see that here's the water, here's the lemon, and here's a slice of that lemon. And as I very slowly continue to slide, you see that further and further, you can see now droplets in the water. You can see much more of the image here. The skin of the lemon is much more pronounced. You've got a much more pronounced reflection within the glass, and you can clearly tell that it's really, really enhanced here. On the left-hand side, you have a few factors that you can work with. AI strength is, of course, to increase the level of detail and the level, and then you have the upscaling factor to increase. These two work both hand in hand. And if you wanted to switch the resolution, you could also do that. And if you wanted to create a completely brand new prompt on your own, you could certainly do that as if you had something in mind. And you can also add a negative prompt. So what a negative prompt is, for those who don't know, is if there's specific things that you want to include in your image that you don't want the Krea to include. For example, a lot of negative prompts include, if it's a picture of a person, exclude, distorted fingers, exclude, distorted clothing and body shapes. And, when you're entering the prompt, it will know to avoid those and make your image that much more realistic.
Here's another example of the Upscale and Enhance feature. If you remember Gran Turismo, which originally came out on the first PlayStation, you can see this image here is quite blocky and quite blurry. It's an original still from the game. Now watch as I take the slider and I move it through to the end of the image, and you can see just how well Krea upscales the image, and it's really noticeable once I get to the cars that are closest to me. Just really an incredible feature, and showcases the power of what Krea can do.
Here's an example of me on camera and being generated real time. So I'm actually going to change this, and I'm going to say, let's say, Incredible Hulk. So there we go. And if I move it up further, and then I lift my hands, or I raise my hands up, what should happen is that Krea should actually adjust the motion. So while Krea starts off with an image, you can actually further enhance it. So what I would say is Incredible Hulk anime style, and you'll see that Krea updates it in real time. So if you wanted to turn yourself into a character, you could just literally put yourself on the screen, type in whatever it is that you want, and you can see the picture is shifting a little bit because with motion and motion tracking using your webcam, Krea is actually updating the image real time based on the motions that I'm making. So another one of the features of Krea is AI patterns. And so here I'm going to start with a prompt, or rather I will auto-generate a prompt. So here it's telling me that it's cliff dwellings in Colorado, echoing Anasazi songs. And if I go to change pattern, there is a number of presets, but you can use your own if you wish. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select, I'm going to actually select this one here. And then if you wanted to use text and you wanted to specifically put in your own text, you could do that. I'm going to leave the default option here. And then within advanced settings, similar to the auto generate one, you have the ability to scale up or scale down. How important is the pattern strength, the guidance, so how close is it to the actual prompt. You can use a negative prompt if you wish, and you can use certain diffusion steps, which adds a bit more high values to the image. But I'm going to just leave everything alone, and I'm just going to hit generate. And here we go. Here is the final image. Now there is a watermark at the bottom, but I'm not quite satisfied with how this looks, and I want to actually refine it a little bit further. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back in a second. So here we go. So the prompt that I used was a neon lit Tokyo street, shadow hinting at otherworldly dangers in a dark, edgy anime style. So if I expand this, you can see here that it's a much better image than the first result. So it requires a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of playing around with it to get the desired result that you want. Now the amazing thing is you can also animate these pictures, and you can see here if I highlight over it, there's an animate button, or you can share it as well, but I've actually done this already, and I'll show you what this result looks like. So here's the animated version. It's only for about a few seconds, but if I play it again, you can see that it tries to make it look very 3D. Really, it's pretty good for what you get, especially for the free option and not changing really any parameters. I really like this a lot. So now I want to share with you the logo illusions feature. So you can start with the prompt, and you can regenerate those prompts accordingly. You have a slider here, which is essentially the logo strength. And what that means is when you're creating this picture, how prominent do you want the logo to be? I'm just going to leave it here at default. If you click on the Krea logo in the left-hand corner, what it'll do is it'll open up a few preset options, or you can actually update your own. So what I'm going to do for this example is I'm going to go with the Apple logo. And if you click this button here, what it'll do is it'll open up some presets for you. So maybe you wanted to have the logo in a retro town or in a whimsical village, you could do that, but I'm not going to do that for this example. I'm just going to simply regenerate a few times here and just use that particular prompt. I'm going to go with this one, which is an Art Deco skyscraper. So you can see here the logo is really built into the skyscraper, not prominent, but I do like the image. If I wanted to go back and make changes, I could certainly increase or decrease the logo strength. I could put in my own prompt to refine it further, or I could go to one of the presets maybe if I wanted to make sure that it was more specific to the image that Krea is recommending. Now, as far as pricing goes, Krea is absolutely free to use. You do get a limit of 50 image generations per day, and some of the other features such as fast generation or making the images private are off limits. If you wanted to go for the full feature set, Krea is available at $24 a month. But really, this service is for somebody who's infinitely creative, or if you're somebody who wants to be infinitely creative, and you want to be able to just have some of the options completed for you. Krea is great because it works for both professionals who have design experience and new folks who are newly introducing themselves to the design and the art world. And so if you're somebody who's very experienced, you probably have a very specific idea of what it is that you want to create, and you can certainly use this to help speed up that process. But if you're somebody who's a beginner or a novice, you can really just use Krea to play around with it and to really fast track any of the creative skills that you're currently still developing. But that's it, guys. Thank you for watching the video, and see you in the next one.